That, that wasn't that wasn't supposed to happen like that. Hola, 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 hola. How is everybody doing this evening? Sorry, I'm trying to turn the volume and everything off on my project cam, and clearly I'm doing a bad job of it. How's everyone doing? I did have um. Oh, there we go. Now that might be the difference maker. Okay, sorry about that. I did have some special guests that was supposed to be popping on in this evening, and so hopefully they will be coming out. And once they do, we will have a ball, y'all. So obviously, to get started, I'm always saying hello. So I'm gonna get in the audience and do my holas, hola, 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 hola. And who do we have? First off is Lizzie. Lizzie is a special guest. So Lizzie already breaking the rules because she's supposed to be in here. Okay. There my sister Rebecca goes. Hi, Rebecca. Mutnut's in the house. She's saying hi to everyone here, trying to find her TV remote. She's lost it. Tammy, what's up, cuz? How you doing? What's going on? Kita Marquita Kiki. Hi. Mary. And there is Matt. Matt is our newbie, and he represents the population that I feel like we still have some influence over. Yes. So you guys will hear me chastising him, trying to get him to purchase and things. That's because I can't wait till he gets to the height of his addiction, the same that we've all experienced. So welcome to Diamond Painting, Matt. We're gonna get you taken care of. He already sound like an OG though. He say stuff like nobody. What? We don't want to hear that. So we're going to keep it moving. Phyllis! Phyllis is in the house. Hola, how are you guys? What's going on? It is Wednesday. It is October 1st, 2025. Where has the time gone? I cannot believe it is October of 2025. In 2 months, it will have been a year since I had my TSA, which is a mild stroke. I cannot believe that this time has passed that fast. So, with that said, we are going to kind of move over from there and talk about what's the weather like in your area. You guys know, for whatever reason, I am. I won't say addicted to like weather. I just like to know like what's happening, what's going on weather wise, temperament in different areas of the world. I do have a plan where I would like to travel. And in traveling, I would be able to experience all of those different weather and things. Usually here we have hot and not. We do have a period of time every year where it rains. That period of time is usually June to the end of July. That passed. And we maybe had, I don't even think we had a day of rain during that time frame. So we move on. It is coming into September, maybe the second week, and all of a sudden it wants to turn into monsoon season. So for the last 2 to 3 weeks, we have had rain in the desert, the Mojave Desert. Can you believe that? We have had rain in the Mojave Desert, which has cooled our temperature down. That's great because September usually, August being our hottest month of the year, September, we usually definitely have an Indian summer, which means we have half as many hot days that there were in August in September. So if there was 29 hot days in August, we're going to have 14 to 15 in September. So it's usually critical. The rainy season has reduced the temperatures. We did remain a large portion of September in the 90s. We skipped from the 80s. I don't know what it is. We're allergic to the 80s. But we kind of skipped the 80s. We might have touched on it, touched down for one day and back up into 90s or 100, or touch down for one day and down into the 70s. However, that is still comfortable weather. That is comparable. I love it. It's comparable to everyone else's maybe fall season. So I love that. I'm wondering if this is going to be a precursor to a strange winter. So stay tuned. I always like to do what's your weather to kick off the show. And that's not going to be any different. So we definitely want to make sure that we are staying tuned. That way I can, like I said, have a different temperament for everyone. So we are going to check the chat and we're going to see what the weather's like in your neck of the woods. And it looks like Tammy says it's unseasonably warm in Colorado. It's 73 in St. Louis. Thank you, Keita, Marquita, Kiki. Knock on wood, we should be freezing. I have definitely, since maybe 2014, 2015, I used to go to Denver every year for about a week, a little more than a week maybe. One of my friends, good dear friends, she moved from Las Vegas to Denver, and we used to do holidays with her when my kids were growing up. And it gave us somewhere to go because she lived on the other side. She lived out in like Summerlin, and I stayed down in Henderson, which is about 45 minutes. So it gave us somewhere to go that was close. The grandmother's house we go. But not only was it close, it gave us a sense of family because it was just me and my two kids out here on the West Coast. And she was struggling with the same thing. She had took custody of her younger sister and became her legal guardian. And they didn't really have a family presence here either. So we kind of found ourselves, providing that family support. And we had a lot of fun. She was big in crafting. She loves Pinterest. And she's doing things with the Cricut and things. That's the one or two crafts that I probably haven't tried. I'm scared to, because I've been to spend $2,000. I'm the type of crafter when something comes along, I'm like, oh, I gotta have everything. Y'all see my shopping cart. But you see, I ordered one seed bead kit. I'm waiting for the kit to come in. Rhonda didn't rung another doggone bell. If y'all don't know who Rhonda is, that's Dippin' Tom. And she go live Wednesday nights right before me. And that would be 8 p.m. Central Time. Or I think that's what, 6 Pacific or something. Yeah, I think 6 Pacific. Anyway, she mentioned that she was thinking about trying out seed bead. It is a craft that I used to do for a long time. I did it through assembling products, work from home. And so she said she wanted to do it. It's always great when we have company doing something. You know what I'm saying? Who go to the bar by themselves? You go to the bar by yourself? I don't. So I always need a partner in crime. Probably the best partner to have that I could feel comfortable getting into some crap would be one of my sisters, but namely, I'm a namer, Rebecca, Crafting and Crime Daily. I feel like if we went to a bar, the kind of bar I'm thinking about is like the Roadhouse, roadside biker type bars. And of course, you got anybody that know me that's hung out with me, this shoulder kind of gets me into this one right here, gets me into a lot of trouble with the fellas. And I'm pretty sure between this shoulder and Rebecca's legs, y'all would have the best Thelma and Louise story on the face of the earth. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. One of these days, though, it is my goal to test it out. My dream is to travel. So I love to hear these stories of where you guys, what the weather's like. Throw in seasonal stories and things happening in your neck of the woods because I love to hear that as well. So keep those stories coming. That is one of the greatest reasons why I can't wait to experience. I will go into winter. I don't know if I'm going to travel Pacific Northwest, and deal with 40 below temperatures. That doesn't look fun to me. But a couple of little snowball adventures where, we in Denver, that's not, I won't be taking I will not be taking that road. What is it? Trail something pass. Trailwood Pass, Trail Manor Pass, as you're going up through Estes Park. I've been on that road and I didn't seen them setting up those poles that go feet high in the air. The reason they set those poles up is because it's a windy road up the side of a mountain, and all you can see off to your right, with no barrier, no guardrail, are the tops of trees. The tops of these like tall oak trees, redwood fern, big giant Everglade looking trees. Woo! When I tell you, and they setting up these poles, and the snow is so that you know where the road is. The snow trucks know where the road, and they don't drive off the mountain. Lord, when we got to do stuff like that, that's, I don't know if that's a mountain we need to attempt even to clear snow. Obviously there's cabins in the woods and things, and I believe that's why they might make it happen to get to the cabins in the woods. Somebody out hiking, going against nature, doing things. That's not something that you would see me or people with permanent tan doing. But we don't do things, that defy nature. Okay. You'll never catch me or any of my cousins running from bears, although I do have a bear story. There wasn't supposed to be bears in that area. However, there was a bear and their little family in the area. I talked about that. I went camping up in Reno. It's been a while. It's been at least 5 years, but whoo! So again, we look like meat. We look like cooked meat. So that's why we don't defy nature. And so when I seen that they were setting up these little spikes, these pikes and things, I'm like, this is not something for me. I'm gonna come back down the mountain. I'm be a good girl, and I'm not coming back up. But if any of you have ever been to Estes Park, it's in Colorado, outside of Denver. You guys have been probably up this road because I think you got to go up there, um, in order to get up there. It's high. It's high up in the mountains. We're talking 11,000 feet above sea level. That's very high. So just kind of giving you guys a reason why I like to know what the weather is like in your area. So moving over from there. um I got that 73 in St. Louis. Um, Tammy says the leaf haven't turned or blown off yet. That's good. Matt says back to drought like dry here in Pennsylvania for another week or so. His temperature is okay. It's in the high 70s. That sounds perfect to me. Obviously, you probably getting a little fall, blustery breeze here and there because the temperatures are probably cooler at night. And so they're not getting as high during the day. Your fall breeze is probably a little bit different than my fall breeze. It's still warm enough at night that if we do get a breeze, it's warm breeze. Woo! Uh, Mutnut says it was in the 80s today and then dropped to the 60s tonight. Phyllis says October 2nd, season of severe weather. Oh, October is the second season of severe weather. We are in the 90s during the day, supposed to be hot and dry for the next week. Oh, and by the way, guys, she's in the Dallas Fort Worth area. It's dry here. Lizzie is saying, "Oh Lord," like she in the right spot. Lizzie, did you click the wrong link? What happened? You're supposed to be right here beside me. What happened? Dawn is stuck at the Overlook Hotel. Oh my gosh, Dawn, where's that at? Do you need us to radio in anything for you? Are you okay? Stuck. Does that mean like car broke down, or is that weather related? um Definitely let us know what's going on. Matt says I lived in Denver for a few years, plenty of roads I didn't like being on in the summer, let alone in the snow. I agree with you there. And Matt says only about 60 now. Nights are getting, here we go, as that goes down, night are getting nice. Oh, the nights are getting nice. The Shining. Yes, that's right. The Shining was taken there. We did go and see it. That's right. That was called the Overlook Hotel. That's where, oh my goodness, um strange happenings and things like that, and they actually are proud of it and stuff. So if you ever do go to the Estes Park and you go to it, it's a sign out there that lets you notice where The Shining was filmed and things. Again, they're proud of it, and so they have little sayings in their little town, little things you can buy, all kind of memorabilia. The Shining came out what, 76, 77. They still living on profit potential. That's what you call marketing genius. I wish I could come up with something right now that 57 years from now would still be, the bomb. We gotta work, though. We gotta work, but again, that's my hope one day, is to never been to the hotel. Hey, Princess Tia in chat, Marla. Hola, 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 hola. So before we transition from what's the weather like in your area, I wanted to you guys know that I have been doing rideshare. I do both of them. Not to call them out because I don't know, what the rules and stuff are. But I do have what we call a rideshare tip. And these tips are coming in from somebody who came recently before my partial retirement. You guys know that this was, I worked in insurance. So these tips also are designed, because I'm coming over from insurance into, a different part of the auto segment. And I want to make sure, hi, Kayleen, how are you? So I want to make sure that I give you guys the ride share tip. Let's call it for October. Marla says it's 78 as the high here. She's in Columbus, Ohio. So ride share tip. You guys take this, put it in your pocket, take it with you. This is a time of the year, because of weather, where ride share is just up. More people are willing in nicer weather to take the bus or to walk. Or we got these annoying things these days called these electric scooters. These things are so annoying. It's like bugs coming up out of nowhere. You're driving down the road, all of a sudden some zzz whiz by you. It's almost like checking for some bugs that are crawling, alongside the curb or something. Um, that's my opinion. I'm sorry if you have a scooter and I've offended you. Make sure that you guys are following the rules of the road, and it wouldn't be so frightening to drive on the same road as you. But I'm also near UNLV. And because of how close a proximity I am to UNLV, what I see is that obviously it's a great way of transportation for college children and things of that nature. So because it's a great way for them to travel and get around, they everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere in my neighborhood, all over the place. So, tip, when we pull up, please get in. Like, there's no proper, obviously, some people are expecting me to get out, well, I'm not a butler. I'm not a private driver. So when we pull up, get in. Okay. Next tip. This is critical. When you do get in, please remember, I'm not your friend. What I mean by that is, and we got a lot of people that believe that when they've ordered, it's all inclusive. It's like iPhone. Remember when iPhone first came out and people looked at the phone and they thought there was little people inside the phone that did everything for them? My phone's been stolen. What do you want me to do about it? Is what the phone would say back. Because they they got the Find My Phone feature confused. They thought it meant we on the other side, inside, we're going to be able to do everything. Like, we're going to solve this. Don't worry. We're going to catch the case. And when you come back, you're going to be looking at the screen and see everything that happens. It was like, an omniscient device that they thought. Motorcycles do that? Yes. Motorcycles, mopeds, but mostly them little scooter things. Motorcycles are at least smart enough to try and take up one lane until traffic stops. Then they'll lane split. These scooters, they just are always whizzing. When traffic stops, the scooters don't. Motorcycle will slow down and they'll look for the best path and then try and lane splice. So it's the scooters that was really annoying me last week. Um, also, we're not your friend. Okay. Just get in. No, I can't run you here. No, I can't run you there unless it is outlined on the app. So don't get in and say, oh, you know what? I didn't put a stop in. But since we going past, near, not too far from, just around the corner to this, that, or the other, would you be? The answer is going to be no. Because Butterfly, she drinks. She drinks. If you guys don't know, Butterfly is my big SUV, luxury, full leather interior. Love her. She was like a dream vehicle. And she's a V8 all-wheel drive, and I gotta feed her. So if you need me to take you a mile out the way to get there, then I gotta take another mile to come back, and you didn't pay for that. Okay? So get in. No, I'm not your friend. Can't just take you, where you want me to take you. And then when you get out, take your stuff with you. Take your trash, take your keys, take your phone, take your kids, take everything with you. A lot of people say, well, why don't you just provide a trash can? Because then that's inviting you to leave your stuff in. And I'd just be, the butler. So please, whatever you do, consider all of those when you have to take a ride share. All right. Now we're going to move over. We're moving over to what you're working on. What you're working on. So I wanted to make sure you guys already know we had Lizzie do a challenge. The challenge that I gave Lizzie was to revisit her double-sided adhesive stash. And definitely she decided that she was, going to accept the challenge. And because she accepted the challenge, which I really want to applaud because that probably wasn't easy to do, I'm going to have her on the show to show you how far she got. We're going to talk about what she's working on next also. So guys, give a warm welcome. Where's the applause meter? I'm sure there is one. I just got to learn how to do it. There's no applause meter? Here we go. I got to learn how to work them. There was one a couple weeks ago. That was a lot of fun. So because, yeah, let's see. We'll try and do that. Let's go ahead and bring her on in. Y'all ready? Here we go. Okay, that didn't work, but let me see. Here's why. I did it!
I can't see. Okay, there.
Oh, let me try again. Okay. Alrighty then. So you guys see what Lizzie has been working on. And I'm going to make her bigger. Let me make her bigger. That wasn't the right way to do it. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get my technology going. All right. Y'all need to throw some hands up for me tonight, y'all. I'm winning. I'm winning. Here we go. This is Lizzie's double-sided adhesive project. I'm going to let her kind of introduce it, talk about things that she noticed, and hats off to you, Lizzie.
All right, so this is a 45 by 45 from Home Fun. It was double-sided adhesive. Wasn't pleasant to work with. I had a lot of holes in the drills. I tried to get as many as I could, but with the light pad on, sometimes you don't see them. But I had to seal this before I went live today because the drills kept on popping off. So I had to seal it. I don't like. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, when you said you sealed it, can you tell us what you sealed it with?
I can show you. I got it from a kit that I bought from, like, I think it was in Costco. It was called Art Skills and it had sealer in it. So that's what I used. And it has a sponge on top and you just squeeze and just spread the sponge all over it. It's pretty easy and a
Okay.
quick time, easy to apply. Brilliant diamond paint art. I don't know.
Well, that's good to know, though. To know what you use to seal it. Anybody brand new that has purchased and may not be aware, of some of the pitfalls and
I should
ramifications
have
of.
rolled it. I should have rolled it better, but I didn't.
Are you rolling it with your drills outside?
I mean, I should have like rolled it with the roller
Oh, you're
before
talking about put a
I
roller on it. Okay.
yeah.
Because I was gonna say if you're rolling it with the drills inside, that might be why there's some popping. Um, and I know,
No,
especially
I
for
can't
newbies.
even roll this up now. It's so stiff from that glue.
Well, it came out gorgeous. Obviously,
You
those were
think
some of the
so?
headaches. I do. I think it came out gorgeous. Now, when you sealed
I
it,
don't
this
like
is
how
one
you
of,
can see the black lines through the white.
well, we can't see
You
that through the
can't see it on the
viewfinder.
camera,
Yeah.
but I
Yep, we
can
can't
see
see
it
it
in
through.
person.
I see some of them.
See,
Yeah.
my placement isn't the greatest either because this wasn't like a beautiful project to do. This was just to prove a point to you. That's pretty much.
You did a beautiful job. Definitely. Revisiting headache, revisiting the woes of 2017 and 2018.
All I
That
know is
was.
that my drill plane is quite crooked on these because you can't move the drills very much.
Mhm. That was one of the things that I remember mentioning as part of my headache is you can't move the drills and things. Oh man, was that a headache? I'll show you guys. I haven't worked on mine since Sunday, but my goal is to keep going. I am still sitting down and enjoying myself. Um, you can see I got further into the grass area right here. I started the grass up over here. So I'm still chugging along. I got all of my poo done, the arms and things. I'll start on the shirt once I get up here. But there are, let me see if I can, and I try to show you guys this without sharing the, but if you guys can see, you can see there are missing, these popped. They pop right off right here. Over here, there's some more missing. Up here, more missing, and they're just popping out. So that's some of the headache that we used to experience before. And obviously, this is no different. Still a headache that, I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, so hopefully, we will all be able to, um, continue working on. We purchased these diamond paintings. They are beautiful once they are completed. We just basically have to either push past those irritations or give up on the canvas altogether if you are somebody who viewed this craft as okay to remove the financial investment. So if you're not like, oh, I hate to waste this money, then you can move on past it. Mine don't get thrown away because I hate to lose that money. What about you, Lizzie? Um, what you working on going forward?
Well, right now I'm working on a Capture by Radiance for the Capture by Radiance event.
And do tell everybody, since you're working on a canvas for it, who's hosting that event?
Mindy's Diamond Moments. You
Look
know who
at
that
that.
is?
I do. I do. I don't have a moderator that can type it in. So Mindy's Diamond Moment, she is hosting the Capture by Radiance diamond painting event. You guys, she does go live Saturday. I believe it is 7 or 7:30 Eastern. She is in Michigan. And so I've heard of people, hold on one second, pulling off DSA and then using glue. That sounds insane to me. Um, I'm not certain if I would pull off that whole adhesive. That would be a headache to do, to pull all of that off. But I can see if you have missing areas. We talked about that, I think, on our morning laugh show. Um, Aileen's stick it glue, sticky. Um, Once you let it dry, like once it's no longer white and it's kind of transparent, it's tacky. M- You know, and so you can, it doesn't move as much, but there's more movement to it than there is with double-sided adhesive. Yep, getting it off is a nightmare. Yeah, I mean, that for me would not be ideal use of my time, is to pull off the double-sided adhesive and then put down
No.
your own layer of tacky glue. It, you know, because it doesn't solve the drill issue. And that was really the bigger nightmare. Not the glue wasn't so bad. You just can't move the drills around and things like that. Once you pluck or place, as as my girl says, I'm placing, not plucking. But once you place the drill down, it's just down. You want to make sure you have the right size and that the drill, you know, is equal in size to all the other ones that'll be around it. That gives you a pleasing, you know, click or snap into place sound. But I don't think
I
that I
was
would have
good.
ever.
It wasn't, that part wasn't bad. It was
Correct.
just there was a lot of nibs on the drills. There was a lot of holes in the drills, and with the light pad on, I couldn't see them until after I placed them, and then I had to pluck them off.
See, that's the part that would have probably, you know, been more upsetting. I don't, I had, there was a section where I think what was just diamond painting too late at night. I was waiting on my son to come in one night, and while I was waiting on him, I was diamond painting, and I was getting sleepy. And so I'm not sure how it occurred, but numbers that are very close in, you know, the color hue, um, their symbol was close also. So I think one was like an F and another one was like an E. Obviously, that's very close. And then they both were like a golden yellow. One was a little bit high, you know, for shading purposes. And I was putting the wrong color on the wrong symbol. So if it don't come out looking right, I don't care at this point. Yes, it is a gift, but I don't think they'll notice either. Uh, Going back, Marla says that she is usually looking for a license plate, since Ohio switched to only needing to have a rear plate, which is not a good identifier. Have you heard of the female only rideshare service? I haven't heard of a female only rideshare service, but I do ride with that filter. There is one of the rideshare services offers a filter, and it's called Women Connect. And the women that are driving are assured, you know, 90 to 95% of the time that they will be paired with a female rider. But it kind of fails when women out here ordering rides for their men. So a woman could place the order, but then the ride is for a gentleman and stuff. And so, to your surprise, sometimes, especially if you work some of the hours that I like to work, I like to get in, get my day off and running because I'm just doing it in a very part-time way. And so my biggest passion is working for the foster care system, and I talked about that already. But um, getting out there and things like that, I definitely am paired more often with female writers and stuff. But they come with a sense of entitlement too, Marla. Let me tell you, girl. I pulled up one time and it's a ride, okay? It's a ride. It's not, you're not ordering a private driver or anything like that. Now you can pay extra to get my kind of vehicle, you know, either Super Comfy, Uber XL, things of that nature. But um I take all rides if, you know, if it matches my criteria. So, but if I pull up, please don't stand outside like you waiting on me to get out and come around and like service you. One lady wanted me to push her up into the vehicle, take her bag, you know. Um, what the wording says on the app is, if you can offer to help, this increases your, and it'll say like tips or something like that. So that's how the wording is, not, oh, get out and do this and make sure you do that. Those are niceties that are offered, especially when you live in a tourist area. You know, you have an airport and tons of hotels and things. So, good point out, good call out. Matt says, oh, I saw that already. Yep, getting it off is a nightmare. So that was a double-sided adhesive that he was talking about. Mm, mm, mm. Now, while we are both back to kind of diamond painting, I want to talk about not only what you guys, what Lizzie's working on, but what are you guys working on? It's October 1. Yay! And so because it's October 1, obviously there are some crafting events. We already mentioned that Mindy's Diamond Moment is hosting a Capture by Radiance diamond painting event. So if you guys are interested, head over there. I'm sure you guys will probably be seeing a kickoff. Usually there's a kickoff. There's Kit Up on a Facebook where you follow along and show all of your ideas and canvases that you're working on. Some of these are all craft included. So if it's a Captured by Radiance, if they sell beads, then you could be doing beaded jewelry. Check into that. We have the Craft or Treat that also kicked off earlier today. That's being hosted by Crafting and Crime Daily. Ah, it's Rebecca Big Sis. And also DP Addiction Adventures. That's one of the baby sisters. They are hosting an event that I really think is so fun. If you guys are able to kind of convey your current painting into a way to, you know, hang out and craft along with that event, they have an awesome giveaway system that I really, really like. So you could be gifted either a craft or a trick or a treat. So when you get your giveaway item, it's always like just, you know, a little bit of fun. It's nostalgia. They open the bag right there online, so we're all kind of playing along and ooh and with them. I really like that. Marla says, I have a custom of a girl in a purple parka, hat, and gloves for Break the Silence. So she's doing Break the Silence. Really quickly type in who's the host of Break the Silence so that we can definitely check it out if that's something that's, you know, near and dear to us. So
What's
with
that
that said,
about?
I would love to know what it's about. I haven't actually heard of it, but what I'm going to do now is kind of show you guys some things that I am probably going to be working on coming up in the near future. So, and some of the reason why I'm showing these is because a couple years ago, I did an unboxing. You guys know I don't do videos, so when I did the unboxing, I did it live. The worst part about doing this unboxing live was y'all got the real raw emotions from Tia.
I don't like doing them live.
I probably will never do another live unboxing again. But what you guys saw me do is when I opened this, because this was something that cost like $125. And because it cost $125, I'm expecting to be wowed
Oh,
when
I
I
know what you're
open.
talking about.
I got so many people that reached out. You okay? You looked upset. Your facial expressions were so I won't I definitely I don't do unboxings anyway because I don't like to open my items. I want that ooh when I do get around to opening it up. Perhaps I don't get the ooh feeling enough, which is maybe why, you know, I had gone away for a while. My passion wasn't there. Obviously, the passion is back because I'm back diamond painting at least 2 to 3 times a week. Before, a week two would go by and I hadn't diamond painted. So I definitely feel the passion is back. But one of the things positive that came out of me opening this box, and obviously you guys see I'm trying to, tiptoe around where the box came from and all of that, and just kind of go
Because
right
she's
into.
non-controversial.
Yep, not controversial at all. So one of the things that I definitely enjoyed about it, or had to, like, if I had to say, well, there was one thing that I thought was positive, it was the specials that came in it. So I wanted to kind of revisit that. Some of these I have no idea what they are and what I'm gonna do with them, but wanted to kind of revisit some of the things that came with that. Um, my sister said that was so funny. My sister was one of the ones that reached out and was like, your face, your facial expressions. So Marla says for 125, it better tickle my fancy just popping out the box. I don't want that trust the process feeling.
Probably would have been $200 for me.
It probably would have been.
But I'm
I
glad
was
I didn't buy
excited.
it.
I was so excited. When I tell you I could not wait. You guys know, I told you, I don't really open my purchases until I get to them. I will watch 82 videos of other people opening the same product. But me, moi, no, not mine's not being open. And I did that for one reason. I used to have the desire to open my canvases. I used to have the desire to do videos and share what I purchased with you guys until my mama moved in. And when she moved the heck in, she killed that passion. She killed it. I'll never forget. I would watch somebody unbox their purchase, and then I watch another person. I'm waiting on mine to come in, and I'm sitting around, and I'm like, oh, you know what? When mine come in, I'm not gonna say this. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna focus on this one. I'm gonna point that out. I'm gonna highlight. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do when mine come in. And my mother said something like, "So y'all all buy the same thing and then get online and show the same thing over and over to one another." And I'm like, "What? What do we? Huh?" She was like, "Are you serious? You gonna pay money to do the same thing everybody else is doing?" Mom, it's art. And she was like, "I don't know. I got better things to do with my time and my money. Are you serious?" And killed the passion for me to share with you guys exactly what we all are buying and stuff. So I
Well,
started,
guess what? She's not here anymore, so you can do whatever you want.
you said get busy. So from that, the last time I received something that I said, well, you know what? It's different. Nobody else has done this. So I'm gonna share it online. Every time I took something out, it was a box where they gave you 12 items.
Just tell them what it is.
Not doing that. I'm going to share the stuff though, so people will probably be able to figure it out. But some of the best things that came out of there were these specials, and it definitely felt like if I had to give a nod on things to do, quick things that you can do that were holiday theme related. So with that said, the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and put this up so that we can all see it. Um, First thing, these were specials. And the specials that came in the box, these are ornaments. As you can see, they come with the drills and they
Oh, when
come
you
with
said
the,
specials, I thought you meant drills, like crystals.
well, those are crystals.
Yeah,
So
I know.
special drills and a special type of diamond painting. So these were ornaments. Okay. So that was one item. And I showed you guys this. We know what it was.
The best one out of the whole box, come on, was a tray.
Stop it. So these were diamond painting coasters. Keep in mind these were Christmas items.
How many
So
coasters are in there?
how many coasters are there? Let me see. You got to open it up to see.
Does it
As you
say
can
on the
see, this is
box?
never been. It doesn't say it on the box on either side. Nowhere. Nowhere.
Looks like
And
quite
these.
a few though.
Oh wait, it says it here. It say it on the back. Look at that. Ain't that something? Six.
6.
Six. That's quite a few. So, and they are special drills. The drills, if you can see, are rhinestones. Okay. This was what I thought was really cute. Really cute. Really, really cute. This was probably out of all of the items, I felt like this was the best item in there. The
You should
3D
do them.
Christmas tree. Well, that's why I'm bringing them back up and things because I remember thinking that out
I
of
think
that,
that's cute.
correct. I remember thinking out of that, these were the cutest ideas in there. You know, I don't know if I would have spent that much to get these little. One of the other things, I'm not sure what this is. A sticker. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay. It's stickers. You diamond paint on the sticker and then you put the sticker on something. Oh, look at that. Alrighty. So because I thought those were great ideas, which they were, because I thought those were great ideas, I wanted to do some other items that I thought were specials. So I have, you guys probably seen this before. I think this was a special that we could purchase or win at one of the diamond painting retreats. So I I worked on this and I actually started it at a, so this one right here, you kind of put it together. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Tia was getting her little butt off. That's, I still got something to do. But these are kind of cute. These little cutesy specials. I like them. I still got a long way to go, but as you can see, I was busy at one of the diamond painting retreats getting, I was getting my special um little diamond painting items like that where you can put trinkets and stuff, decorate around the house. I think that those are cute, and I thought that that was the best thing that came out of um that box that I won't name. So because of that, there were some people in the community that said, you know what? If you're going to work on a special, I have some. I will work on a special with you. So this right here was a gift. Um, it's cute. Obviously, I just never got around. It has several different. There's ABs. There's specials. There's rhinestones in here. So showing you this special. This one come with instructions. So this is an actual house. And you're diamond painting on the side of the house. You're diamond painting the scenery. It's almost like a wooden Lego set. Because after you diamond paint the house, then you put the pieces together on this right here, which is like, it's like the Lego base.
Where'd
So
you
I
get
think
that?
this was a gift from Melinda Hands. She sent it to me. So here is, I don't know if it's the final project because the final project is Christmas related, but it gives you an idea. You can see all of the pieces are diamond painted on. Here's the base, and then you put
Oh
the
wow,
actual
that's
house
so
there.
cool.
Isn't this cute?
Mm-hmm. Do you get a light for it too?
That's probably is. I hadn't checked, but yeah, it looks like there is electrical when you put the house together. So see, more
That's
electrical.
cute.
Just like a little, obviously another
You gotta
miniature.
do that because it was a gift.
It was a gift. Well,
So let's
I wasn't in my right
so you
mind
should do
last
that
year to
on
do.
your Christmas premiere.
Listen, listen. Baby steps. I'm baby
I'm
stepping
just
into.
giving you ideas on your Christmas premiere.
You're so sweet. It's so sweet. Look at you looking out for me. And then I have one last one that I'm going to show. I think this one is cute, but I broke it. I broke it. Um, this was a gift also. So if you bought this for me, one, please don't be mad. That was my carelessness. But this, the sticker's still on it, but I broke it smooth in half right here. But it comes with the chain, and this is like a door hanger. You could hang it on the wall also, I guess. But so cute. So, so cute. And then obviously, these are all rhinestones. It looks like it's three colors. But again, I do appreciate when I receive gifts and things. I just wanted to kind of show you guys that once I was revisiting and trying to think of places to kind of decorate in a room, I was like, "Ooh, it would be cute to have like shelves with my little specials on them." So that was where the concept came from. And to have shelves like kind of behind me and the wall in front of me and things with the specials on them because they're small, like knick-knacky. So I don't know. What do you guys think? If you do specials, where do you hang the specials once you're done? Oh, that would be ideal. That would be ideal. And so obviously, incorporating specials into my diamond painting time, that still, kind of keeps me from jumping on too many projects at once. I still am leery and I don't want to, what they call, overwhelm themselves. I definitely don't want it to
But
overwhelm
like
me.
you can do a special project in a day.
Yeah, you can. Yep, you
And
can.
that would be feel like an accomplishment, wouldn't it?
Sometimes. Sometimes. I
I'm
don't know what
just
happened. Soon as I go
just trying to
live,
give you ideas
you're doing a great job.
because I'm trying to inspire you.
You're trying to inspire me.
Hmm.
That's very sweet of you. I
Is it
appreciate it.
working?
Not really, but I appreciate that I'm in your thoughts.
Shit. Shit dog.
I do appreciate that I'm in your thoughts, though, girl.
Give her some inspiration.
Clem is here.
Yeah, he's been diamond painting.
Look at him. So, since Clem is here, that takes.
He got all discouraged because he thought he was further along, and then when he flipped his canvas, he realized he still has about a 30 by 30 section left.
Well, Clem, we're gonna have to do something about that. 30 by 30. But I applaud that you even sit down and that you even attempt to diamond paint and to keep it going and things. Let's see what everybody my sister said it was the best unboxing ever because I gave an honest reaction. And we know what it was. Mary, she hit the nail on it. She said the advent calendar was a letdown to me too. It was a lot of money. And it was some great marketing because it got some people to spend a lot of money. Sorry I've been so MIA to you, but I'm here. There we go, Mickey. Mickey in the house. What's going on? She's saying hi to Rebecca. And Mary says, I gave the stickers to my niece to do them, and she loved them. Well, there you go. There you go. Now, I will say, we talked about this either last week or the week before. I talked about we diamond paint and we craft. But anybody that know and love us, that's near and dear to us, they ought to know that they get in some sort of diamond painting or crafting project for Christmas. So I want everybody who's in here now to tell me what kind, besides diamond paintings, what other items have you gifted to family and friends that you've created with your very own hands? Let's talk. And what about you, Lizzie? See, your microphone is off. What have you or Clem made with your own hands and then gifted to family or friends?
I gifted a few diamond paintings.
I said besides diamond paintings.
Oh, besides diamond painting,
Hmm.
nothing.
You've never done any other crafts?
Nope.
Well, we know that Clem, earlier this year, you guys all remember, Clem took on the challenge of making a pool for Lizzie. And he tilled the land with his own hands. He got out there, he flattened, he worked, he YouTubed it up. And he successfully graduated from YouTube University and made Lizzie a pool that she could relax in all summer. Now, there was a lot of cold nights because she wouldn't let him put a pool warmer in the pool. But let's all give Sea Dog a round of applause
Sometimes I
because not
think Tia
only did
thinks we're rich, Clem.
not only not only did he step to the challenge and make his woman a pool, tilled the land, leveled it out, put down the pool, did the liner, did everything. Didn't even lose any water. You know how online on TV, when the husband create the pool, don't it come collapsing in? She didn't have to worry about that because Sea Dog was on the task. Now, Lizzie, he created this with his own hand and he gave you life. He gifted his love, off to you. What did you get, Clem?
A
Uh,
chance to go swimming.
you wrong for that. Mickey says I'm giving a number of my paintings to Rebecca to do with as she wants. Full license to use any way she wants. Sounds like we're gonna get some giveaways coming. So make sure you guys stay tuned to Crafting and Crime Daily because I'm pretty sure once she gets these, that she's not gonna be able to do them. Okay, so Mickey's gifting them to Rebecca, and Rebecca will probably definitely use them as giveaway incentives. So if there's something that you guys have been looking for quite a while, might have been in someone else's stash, but guess what? Stay tuned. Could be coming to your stash. Mary says, only diamond paintings gifted for me too. I haven't crafted enough for anything else. Okay. Um, well, I'm hoping she'll sell them. Oh well, if she's, oh okay, we're doing a consignment. I didn't see that part coming. My apologies. She's talking about me selling her artwork as a diamond painting. Ah, oh, artwork. I'm gonna take that back. Sorry about the giveaway announcement and putting pressure on my sissy. Mickey used to teach me Procreate, and she took all these online. She too is a graduate of YouTube University. She got a master's and a PhD in YouTube U. So she learned Procreate, and boy, did we have some fun. But Mickey went like all professional on me. I'm still in amateur land and she over here talking brush strokes and stuff. She was sending me all the classes, and I'm thinking, oh, she is honing her craft. So Mickey has honed her craft, and she too has started to create her own artwork. So she is a creative artist, and it sounds like she's sending some of her, thoughts, ideas. She's licensing it to send over to Rebecca, who just launched her own diamond painting store. So, craftingandcrimedaily.com. Mickey, can you pop that in to the chat so that, everyone has an opportunity to kind of get over there? And since you are going to be a published artist, who is going to be featured on an actual online store, we might need to get you on so we can kind of talk about our early days on Procreate. And you've obviously gone on, like I said, to get a master's and PhD. And now you're going to be a published artist. Look forward. That's probably coming up, something to look forward to in the new year. And I also look forward to seeing what you got coming up. Look at that. And Rebecca chimes in and says, oh, that's when she told me. My Procreate paintings Not diamond paint. I get that now. It took me a minute. It took me a minute. She's gonna be your first signed artist. Oh my goodness, y'all gonna make me cry. Oh my goodness. Cross stitch. Cross stitch is something that crochet as well. Those projects, you could turn them into such beautiful works of art. They can become monogram pieces on towel sets, on comforters, bedspreads. They can become clothing items, pillows, you name it, especially if you're doing a whole room theme based on something. So cross stitch as well as crochet, those are really crafts that if you're into gifting, give you things to do for hours, and then that time that you invested, that can live on through a gift to someone else. Mickey says, or anything, and I'm not charging her for the license to use it. What? Oh my goodness. Make sure you guys head over. You forgot the S on the HTTP. But craftingandcrimedaily.com. That is Rebecca's store. She launched it Sunday. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Obviously, she is going to have some of her own artwork. She has signed a new artist that is, you guys know her as Mickey Sunshine Creates. And she is a digital artist, but she has definitely perfected the art of the brushstroke. I'm still working on that lesson you sent me on Procreate brushstroke. I did go ahead and upgrade my version of Procreate. That's just who I am. I spend and I go all out when I try and get into something. Um, so I have investments. And when I don't like a craft like I did with the miniature houses, it's a loss. I work at a loss. Lizzie, if there was a craft out there for you to try, what would it be?
Oh, okay. I try miniatures. That's one thing I forgot. I did
You
try
did. That is
miniatures.
right. You were in the class.
I liked it. Would I
You,
do it all the time? No.
yeah. What
But
about crochet?
no.
What about cross stitch?
No.
How about this? This is one craft that I feel like all of us were supposed to try. How about paint by number?
Well, I do have one of those kits, but I didn't try it.
Tell them the truth now. Not even the first hour video.
No, I didn't try it.
Mm-mm-mm. Matt says he mentioned his
I
nephew to
actually
craft
got
him.
two for.
I'll
I
take care
got
with him.
one that we were
Share.
supposed. I did a video for it, but we never published it because she never released that product. Can I say it because the store no longer exists?
Sure.
It was TSA.
Correct.
She
So we
sent us
all receive.
all a
Mhm.
color by number painting. I think Crashly was the only one that completed hers. Did you
She
complete
was.
yours?
No, I didn't complete it. I
I
did
didn't
my
even
video.
touch mine.
I did my
I
video. I
did
had
my
two.
video for the unboxing, but she never released it.
I did the video, which was supposed to be what, an hour long. I think we said I did the hour long video. I did get halfway through, but I
Hour
was one of the
long?
ones.
What the heck did you do for an hour long?
I talked about, I did a half an hour opening it, showing everything. I had a special brush kit that I received. So I went into detail about
Oh
the
yeah,
special
so
brush.
did I.
Yep, I had a special brush kit. And then because of the artist that I selected, who at that time was leaving the company, I ended up having to get a second one. And I'm like, so I did a second half an hour on the second artist. Um and that was that, it was, I just knew at that point it might not be. Uh, Rebecca says she never did her. See, I did something right. I at least, because I didn't know when we were gonna. If we'd have had a date, and they would have then said, "Okay, have the video done by this date," I might.
I even watched videos about it. I was gonna be okay, I'm gonna really do this. I even bought like special liquids you use for it and
Hmm.
stuff that I saw on videos of people that do like regular paint by number.
Hmm.
And then we never did it.
Yeah, Crashly had went over a lot of that with us. So I had already knew about like the additional paint and stuff, how to, kind of block, how to brush up against the edge and things. All those tips, definitely. I did do my video, but I did
And there's
attempt.
this stuff you put in it so it thins it out and
You
stuff.
could thin it out and things. I had the separate cups. The separate cups were so, to help with the thinning it out so you could stretch it. Because you get these little tiny paint pods and you're like, how that, like my picture was 80 by 60 or something, like it was huge. How all this paint gonna be, used for this little bit of, you do have to learn how to do kind of tips and things that show you how to stretch
I picked a
the.
complicated picture, and then after I picked it, I'm like, why did I pick that?
Mm. Well, we know we've all gone through and done some different crafts and things like that. Um, that's the fun part about it. So, with that said, obviously we did the what's in your cart, what your well, we didn't do what's in your cart today, but I'm gonna save that for our next show. What I wanted to do before I finish up is the what you watching section. That is where Sea Dog comes in. I definitely want to hear his take. Now he was telling me some interesting information about he is watching, what is it? Blind Love, or what show is that he was talking about?
I
The
was
dating.
watching it.
Oh, well, he was giving me more interesting commentary, which is why I said I wanted him to be on the show. What was his take on that dating show you were talking about?
Left the room.
Lord. Okay. Well, what you watching? Let's go ahead and move over to there. What are you guys watching? Everybody diamond paints, cross stitch crochets, paint
I
by
was watching
number.
Love is Blind, and it just came out.
There we go. Love is Blind. Is that UK? Is it the Brazil version or is it the
No,
US?
it's the US version. It just came out again.
So,
New
how
season.
far? New season. Are you got anybody here going to check
Mhm.
that out? What do you like about the concept of Love is Blind? Because one of the things he said that I thought was hilarious is, yep, they don't know nothing about each other, ain't never met. They meet two times in a pod, then they be in love and on one knee. That kind of sums up the show,
That's what happened this season already. It's like the
That's what he
first
said.
episode, and someone already proposed.
Jesus. I definitely don't understand, like, obviously we haven't gone through the process and things, and they don't explain how lengthy a process it is either. That would help out. That would, they're going to do 14 dates today and each date is going to get 30 minutes. Then we're going to take a lunch break, come back and do some more in the afternoon. Then we would understand where the connections are coming from, especially if they had 14 dates and they canceled 7 of them so they could continue talking to one person longer than the other. That would be helpful information. Do you guys watch Love is Blind US? And do you, understand the process? Because I always wonder that, like, really, we don't know nothing about each other. Not most of them aren't talking. I don't think they're supposed to talk about race and size. I think somebody said one season. And but when they can ask questions that might give clues and things like that. So I watch, and they do spend several days dating. Okay, so there you go. They're spending several days where they're dating, so they are able to, I guess, establish some kind of personality click and things like that. Would you be able to, how many days would it take to date, never seeing each other, never knowing what the other look like, to where you okay, no matter what you think they look like, you gonna be okay moving on and saying, yes, I'll marry you to this person? How many dates is that, Rebecca? And for you, Lizzie, how many dates is that?
Well, just for like an example, like back in the day, because I don't know if you know this because you're only 29, but back in the day, um, there was no video chat. So when you went on these dating like phone things, you just talk on the phone. And you could have like a wonderful conversation with someone and think you're really, really clicking, and you're thinking, oh my God, this is a guy I'm going to marry. And then you meet in person and it totally isn't what you thought. So I
Eh,
don't think I could just fall in love on the phone or through a wall without having that chemistry.
Rebecca
What do you
says she
think?
could. Rebecca says she could date like this as soon as she got done with the background check and he disclosed his financials. Um, I don't know. Like so back in the day, I don't know. I think I'm more of a in person type of person. I get in. You weren't on the cruise with me. I mean, I was doing some struggling and things like that, going through some personal things. But one thing was definitely for certain: when I was on the cruise, this shoulder still worked. And it worked too well at some points. So I had a great time on the cruise, and I had a lot of attention from from gentlemen, all walks of life too. Um, and I say that because I don't know how, I don't know. Words can be beautiful and powerful though. And so I guess somebody with the right words, the right amount of humor probably could pique my interest. Could pique. That's critical. But I don't know, you know, if it would be
Well,
enough to
you've
be
been
able to
on blind dates. You've been on those blind dates on those websites, and you're like, oh, they definitely don't look like what the picture says. Like,
I have. I
obviously,
walked past
you
the
think
gentleman,
you click on the phone, but as soon as you meet the person,
but you have an idea though. So meeting them online, because I definitely don't reply back to the profiles that don't have pics. And I feel like, a blind date show is some kind of similar to that. Marquita Kiki says crafting and crime daily. That is so true. I agree with
the
you.
ones that
There's
don't
too
have a
many
picture are
crazies
usually the
out there.
married ones.
Yeah, that's what that's about. They married. See, I don't
They're
even
married
know.
and they don't want their picture on there in case their wife catches them. Or they're so fugly, they don't want anybody to see them.
I do know that men are just as critical or deceptive, if you will, over their looks as women. Women, we got things to help us out. We got filters, we got wigs, we got prosthetics and things like that. We can, put in to the boob area. We got underwear with padding in it, can make things look more enhanced and things. And so that's women usually. We are always into beauty and enhancing what we naturally should or do have. But men are doing that also. They sitting in these wig chairs and they getting hair put back in. They getting prosthetic appendages and things like that. They get in what are them things? Toupees. They getting toupees and stuff. They got waist belts and stuff for men also. Matt says Matt Matt says we have tube socks. Exactly. Oh, that remind me of the picture my sister sent to me yesterday. She is bad. That's all I could say. I don't mean bad like a bad girl. I mean she is bad like she cold. She's sweet. Rebecca. Um, but Rebecca be sending me some stuff that just make me go, whoo, whoo. The knee tingles, it still works. I'm not that old. I'm still only 29 plus change, sales tax, local, and
You keep telling
handling
yourself that.
tariffs, all of that. So what I'm watching, I'm still stuck in China, guys. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm
Oh
still stuck in
God.
China. Um, I don't know, it's going on just over a year now where I watched my first Chinese drama. I think I started in Korea, South Korea, if you will. Um, and I started in South Korea, watched my first K drama, was hooked. The acting, so different. I know that I have my little partner, which is Rhonda. She's in Canada, Dipping Tom. She takes Little Dipper and they go watch these same shows that I've been watching. But The Glory on Netflix. That's where you can start if you're wondering. It's all I can tell you. The acting is just it's in a different world. So that's what I'm watching. I'm still, I did move over from South Korea over to China, different language, and I was already picking up terms in South Korea, so I feel like I'm learning a whole other
Did
language
you
at this
do you
point.
change it to the English voices or you keep it in with the subtitles?
It depends on the day. It definitely depends on the day or who's watching with me. So you guys know my aunt. You were just teasing me about it. When my aunt was here, I had it switched over to the English subtitles and things like that, so we could hear the English voice. But the English, I don't know what it is, but they overacting, and I feel maybe like the Koreans and the Chinese, they underact, so their acting seems more on par with the plot and the way that the message should be conveyed. And when it's on the English side, it's over the top. So they have these things called vertical dramas, look like they were recorded on cell phones, and you'll see reels and clips of them on Facebook, Instagram. I see them on TikTok and things. And they're like little, 30-second advertisements of some of these movies and things. They be drama based and they all get cheated on, they get the hell smacked out of them, things like that. Um so I do like the vertical dramas. They're shorter, 3 hours, 2 hours, however long,
Well, they
and
don't
you're done.
tickle my fancy.
Why not? We talked about, I tried to get you to watch a couple of them. Why not?
I don't know, I just don't like them. I can't explain what my
You can't.
reasons are. Can't you just live with the reason that I just don't like watching them?
My sister is heading to bed. Good night, Rebecca. Yeah, I can handle that. I understand. I've been there myself. Certain programs and stuff I don't get into. I have, obviously, when you start watching one international drama and you move from one to another. So when I went from South Korea to China, then every international drama popped up in my For You. There's something you might like, suggestions. So then I'm getting Russian dramas, German, um, Italian, any movie house that produces and shares their content with Netflix, I started to get. And so, whew, there's a lot out there. But when you watch so many, you start to pick up their language, especially their expressions, when they count everyday sayings, I'm going to the bathroom, things like that. You start to pick that up. And I got enough languages right now. I have English. Obviously, I took Spanish. And I live in, Las Vegas. And so now I have Korean and Chinese in my head, and I'm going around Mayo, Sarangia. I'm trying to decipher languages and things all day, so I couldn't take on anymore. But what kind of programming, when you guys do sit down, if you're watching a movie, what's your favorite kind of movie? Do you like action? Do you like romance, thriller, horror? Or do you like musicals? I tried to get into a couple of musicals. Wicked put me to sleep within the first 10-15 minutes. I have not watched yet past it. I saw previews of the new one that's coming out in
It was
December.
all hyped up, and I couldn't get into it either. I fell asleep.
I tried to watch it twice and fell asleep both times. So then, because my daughter, she into singing and musicals and operettas and things, she was mad with me because I told her I'm gonna watch it with you. It's gonna be a great mommy daughter. And I was an epic fail. So, what do again, I couldn't get into it, but I hear that there's this K-pop drama, and it's with K-pop Demon Hunters, I think it's called, and I hear it's popular. I know it's an animated series, Have you seen it? And if so, what do you think about it?
Are you talking to me?
I'm in here and I only got one other person on the show right now with me and thought, yeah, finish up with what you think about it before I try and watch it.
I don't like anything cartoonish.
Oh gosh. Marquita says I'd like action,
Is
comedy,
that the one
horror
I see on
movies. Drama.
advertisement on Netflix?
Yeah, it's called K-pop Demon Hunters. Um, is that in order, Kiki? Matt says I mostly watch sports, some documentaries. I can't do musicals either. It's a difficult one for me.
I watch a lot of
Mickey
true
says
crime.
Mickey says I don't watch TV anymore. I read. I do know that. Yeah, I think you're starting to get to the point where you prefer true crime. Also, I like a little. I like a little action mixed with romance, but I definitely like to feel a tingle in my I'm an adult, you're an adult. I want to watch some content that's for adults. So not smutty, but some little whoo hoo hoo. I know he didn't say that. Hoo, hoo,
I
hoo.
don't know if you guys get this show on your Netflix, but there was a TV show and it was called Flashpoint. It's a Canadian police show
It's not ringing a bell to me. So Canadian police show. What was it like true
based in
crime
Toronto.
based in Toronto?
Yeah. It's like the SWAT team that comes in and does like negotiations or, someone
Okay.
robs a bank or whatever. But
What was the
anyways, I've been watching that on Netflix from the beginning. I've seen it on TV, obviously. But
Mary said
Netflix
Flashpoint was
just
a good
got it.
show.
What?
Mary said Flashpoint was a good show, and
Yeah.
Matt says years ago he watched it a bit. So it's something
Yeah.
that people have heard
So
of.
I'm just
Okay.
rewatching it on Netflix because it's on Netflix right now. So I've been rewatching it, and it is based out of Canada.
He wants to know that's the one that had the girl from the Power Rangers on it.
Oh, I've never watched the Power Rangers, so I don't know if it is.
It was a good show. I did what, but Power Rangers had like 5 different versions of their shows. So Power Rangers Mystical Force, Power Rangers SVT, and I don't know who was in Power. They did all wear masks and things, but while they were regular kids, like they would have to suit up. Oh, Power Rangers activate! And then they would have the yellow Power Ranger, red. It could be
I
different
think I
people
watched the
behind.
cartoon version.
It could be different people behind. It was all the ones that I saw was all like looked like movies. It was obviously with the Kid Range, but they weren't animated. So I've never seen an animated Power Ranger show, but they had probably 5 different cartoons of it. Also, that was a successful series. Um, almost like Dragon Ball Z and what is it, Karuko, Baruko, those cartoons. They've been around forever. They got like 27 seasons and things. Like
Okay,
Bart
but my
says.
favorite, my favorite all time, um, cartoons was back in the day was Scooby Doo for ever, and I liked the Smurfs. I was really into the Smurfs, and there's another one. Oh, Inspector Gadget.
That's different.
Da-da-da-da, Inspector Gadget. Da-da-da-da, ooh, 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 ooh.
Uh, I did watch
Remember?
Inspector Gadget. I
Go,
just
go,
wasn't
Gadget
expect.
Arms! Loved it.
um, Mary says she's watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. My daughter is
Oh my
watching.
God. Love, love, love that show. You gotta watch it, Tia.
My daughter's watching some kind of Amish, escaping Amish or something, and she is in love with that show. She said there's a
Oh
lot of
yeah, it
drama.
doesn't last long though.
What do you mean? It doesn't last long.
It doesn't last too many seasons.
Because they escaped, right? We done, right?
No, I think isn't it the show where they go and they help people escape out of the life?
I believe that's the nature. They're trying to get them to go from wherever they live in Amish land to New York City, is what she described to me.
Oh, that one. That's
And I
a
said, New York
TLC
City.
one.
Mm-hmm. I said, New York City. That's a stretch, you know.
That's old.
Well, you know, is anybody out here watching primetime TV anymore? They took away daytime TV. There's
Me.
You watching primetime? Okay.
Freaking right I do.
What do you watch during prime time?
I watch a few shows that are on right now.
What?
There's um High Potential. That's one of them. Um Small Hometown. No, what is it called? Murder in a Small Town. Fire Country, but they're not on right now. And they're coming out with Sheriff Country. Comes out October 17th.
I probably will catch that. Fire Country. That was a winning, that was definitely a success. I
It's
think
not on
that.
right now. Like in the new seasons isn't on right now of that one. But Sheriff Country, that is by the same producers, but it's a female. I don't know how well that one's gonna do, but that starts October 17th.
It's all right. We still got to be supportive of our women. We got to make sure they feel the same love half naked men feel when we, tune in and watch them. Okay? Okay? So we
Okay,
know that men take their
okay.
shirts off at the scene of the fire, and they go running into the building half naked so that we can tune in next
What
week and watch
show
the
are you
next.
watching? I
I'm
haven't seen
talking
any
about
take their clothes off to go in a building full of fire.
that's the purpose of Fire Country. That's what we're wanting. Dancing with the Stars, The Voice. Um
Well, right now, Dancing with the Stars has my girls from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I
I leave
love
the
Whitney.
Hallmark
She's
Channel
the
on low
villain.
just for
She's the
company when
bad
I'm
one. Like,
painting.
she's the villain of the show, and she's on Dancing with the Stars right now, and I'm cheering her on.
Cheer her on, even though she's the villain. Go ahead.
Yeah, I always like the bad ones.
Yes, you do. Why is that? I trained you better. I raised you better.
Listen, listen,
Listen,
Linda. Listen, Linda.
listen, little girl. Listen.
You need some
Anyway,
excitement in your life, I think.
would you ever go on
Instead of
a,
watching these Chinese shows, watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
I don't know if it'll hold my fancy.
Just watch it.
Uh, I gotta watch TV where, it's interesting to me. I'm like, what? No, she didn't. I could tell you right now, I have never ever been in an elevator and I trip and stumble on some lips. You know, you got me hooked when I see that. I'm like, oh, what? Like perfectly timed, just land on the lips. I've never done that, and I'm not, I'm clumsy. I got some work to do. I definitely do. Lizzie, she says I like her too. I don't understand why she is the villain. Demi and McCullough need to go. Oh, y'all,
I think
y'all,
so too. Me and Mary think alike.
look at
Well,
that.
you have to watch season 2 and you'll see what happens to one of them. I don't want to
Uh-oh.
spoil it.
You just did. You didn't give specifics, though. We appreciate that. But I'm pretty sure you just gave a spoiler. You got to see what happened. It's some ish, right?
Hmm. I didn't give it away. I just said,
She said I watched season 2. I watched it. She's a good fan. She didn't give up on him. I'm hoping she is really gone. Uh-oh. 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 Spoilers over here, guys. Somebody's going to be gone. Somebody's check was shortchanged. They got wrote out the series. Yep. So, other than that, that was the all that I wanted to get in touch with you guys for tonight. What do you think my next project should be? Obviously, my goal is to just keep diamond painting on this one canvas. It's not giving me enough of a headache to where, I'm signing off. Um, but I'm not ready, I don't think, to take on anything too big. So because of that, that's why I shared with you guys some of the specials. And obviously the reason behind those specials, I thought that those were at least some great highlights that came out of that unboxing I did a couple years ago. Um, I know that right now, Lizzie, you are doing the Captured by Radiance diamond painting event through Mindy's Diamond Moment. What do you have going on after that? Like, once you complete that, what are you going on to do? Do you have your own event coming up? Lizzie, 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 quit acting like you don't hear me. Thinking somebody's talking to her.
oh, I muted myself. I was talking.
I was wondering, like, what is going on? Um,
I said, no, I don't have any events coming along, but after working on this one, I think I'm going to try to finish Train of Dreams so that I can. And then I have a Christmas one I want to do for December. And then I want to see, like, I don't really want to bring in too many whips into 2026 because I want to start fresh with my blingy in the New Year canvas.
well, there you go. Speaking of a multitude of whips, if Muttnuts is still in the audience, so Muttnuts, we all know she has been working on a ton of canvases. A couple of them, not a couple, probably about 7 or 8 of them are for events that she's participating in. And then there are some that she says she was using for time lapse videos. Muttnuts, what is your plan as far as your whips are concerned? Are they something that you're wanting to finish by the end of the year? Do you mind taking those into 2026? What does crafting look like for you? Matt says he watches Supernatural as a diamond painting's favorite and is good this time of the year. I agree. Something that you can binge is great for this time of the year. Obviously, this is the time of the year where nights get longer. So we mentally probably diamond paint a little bit more because we end sooner. We're not out taking advantage of the sun rays and, staying out later, staying away from home longer or making, impromptu trips and things.
Does
So,
that happen in Vegas?
what?
Does the nights get like darker early and stuff?
It does. Yeah.
Even though you guys are always hot?
Yeah, it's just hot at night. But yeah, we get dark early. It'll start getting dark probably in by November. It'll probably be dark by 4:30, quarter to 5.
Interesting.
hmm So Marquita says she's watching Prime, Netflix, and Hulu. I definitely agree with that. Like I went from watching NBC used to be number one
I
network that I
finished a
watch.
whole square with you guys. Like,
Look at that. Pretty colors.
It's the
Um,
clouds.
it's still
This is the
pretty
painting
colors.
I'm doing.
Oh, so you already started it. Okay. I knew you was kidding it up. That's gorgeous. Who's the artist on that?
Stacy Deal.
Look at that. That's gorgeous. So yeah, that is cloud.
I don't know how her face is going to turn out in this painting, though. The way they
Well,
charted it, I don't know. We'll see.
it's a square or is it round?
It is a square.
Oh, I wouldn't be as worried as I would be if it was a round. So square hand charts for me, I think that they run depending on the size, but that looks big enough to where it'll probably run close to the hand charting, to the rendering.
It is a 70 by 70. It is big.
Yeah, yeah, that one looks big enough for me so that you probably won't see much of an effect. Um, yeah, well, I was just wondering. Again, I don't have much. I'm just continuing to enjoy being back, continuing to enjoy having. You guys know I've been working on my craft room. When I come back from my cruise earlier this year, my kids had gifted the spare room to me as a crafting oasis, somewhere I could just go and craft. I have a diamond painting station. Voila! I have a clay station. I also have my drawers. I love showing my drawers off. Um, I'm working on a cross stitch area. That's the next area that you'll see me, piecing together and things. And it really is just going to be like a day bed with leg what do they call those, leg hot hassocks, to where I can just put my feet up, kind of sit back, cross stitch, watch TV when I don't feel like sitting either diamond painting or if my hands or wrists are bothering me and I don't feel like sculpting. So I definitely enjoy when I come in here. Like right now it's a peace and a zen that I'm experiencing, just having a place to go to. I can't wait to come into my craft room. um and I definitely am in here a lot. So enjoying my little partial retirement, enjoying having just time and a space separate for just working on my zen and my mental health. What about you? I'm pretty sure when you first created this, you definitely knew that it was time for you to have a separate place and you created your room. How did you feel?
I pretty much live in here, other than sometimes I go out on the couch and lie down and watch TV, but I'm pretty much always in my craft room if I'm not doing anything else in the house.
Matt, I'm going to take this as a compliment. Matt says, I'm newish on your channel, but if you've seen me other places, you make it hard to hold back sometimes, Tia. That's the goal, Matt. That's the whole goal. I'm trying to make it hard on you. Get that wallet out and treat you. Get on one of these channels. We got Oraloa. We got Captured by Radiance. It's this new diamond painting moment. We got all kinds of ways to enable your creativity. You just got to keep coming back. What are the sticks in the background? Those are bases. These are what I call bases. So I use them to apply glitter and things on the pen. So I just put the pen on right here, and then it makes it easier for me to be able to paint. And then this whole stick goes into my resin box, and I seal whatever I've painted on, I seal them under resin. So that's what the sticks are. If I'm doing a large order, I may have 4 or 5 sticks going in 2 or 3 different times in a resin box. Matt says, normally I'd be all over to saying showing off your drawers. There's nothing wrong with that. Melinda talked about you early. Your ears must be burning. Where's it at? I showed your gift, and that obviously I didn't do it last year. This year I want to work on a special. So guys, she's in the audience. She did send me the gift that I told you guys earlier. Love those 3D Christmas trees. I have quite a few of them. I love them also. Marla says, okay, I'm just nosy. Be nosy. We love that. We love that. So that's what the sticks are. This is one of my clay stations. Again, the goal is that my crafting doesn't have to be preempted. And I think that was one of the things that the kids was going for. They really, saw that, hey, mommy is her best self when she has that peace and that zen. Let's create a way where, she doesn't have to lose sight of whatever is her passion at the moment. So my three passion: diamond painting, playing with clay, and cross stitching. That was first and foremost. Those were the first three orders of business that they were thinking about, and I kind of picked up from there and have been trying to get my little space together. So got a couple of things that I'm gonna order for Prime. What's in your cart? We haven't talked about that, but for Prime, they are doing their Prime Day is coming up. This is for you, Matt. Special announcements, okay? Make sure you get your wallet ready. I believe, what is Prime Day? 6th, 7th, 6th and 7th, 7th and 8th. It's coming up. Make sure you check on it. And what's gonna make me mad is if I see something that's at an attractive price now, and then they raise the price just so that when they give you a discount, it's $1 or two less. I hate that. I hate when I see that. I'm like, look, they raised the price just so that when it says subtract 38%, it's $1 less than it was, or it's about the same price that it was before the special. Hopefully, they won't do that. But we will see. Marquita says, I'm working on my craft room. I'm trying to set it up. There we go. So I wanted to have on my wall an area where I kind of display my crock bags. You guys know I started buying croc bags that match my croc shoes, and I have the same gibbets on the matching croc bags as I do on the shoes. I do wear them when I'm going, especially like Sundays. Sundays when I'm doing ride share, that's like, the day everybody's leaving. This is a tourist town. Everybody's going home, and so I'm in great spirits that day. How you doing? Y'all might have butterflies in my hair. I might have my butterfly glasses on, and they might see me with my croc bag and my croc shoes as I'm, standing outside waiting, because I don't want to leave my purse in the car. But sometimes I may get out and wait for them, especially if I'm there early before I drive them to the airport and things like that. And they come out, oh, you look cute. Then when they get in a butterfly, because butterfly is blinged out. Lizzie says that butterfly looks like a pimp mobile, but I think she is just blinging. She's blinging, baby. And so, yes, I have bling everywhere in butterfly. The handles when you first come in, the floor mats, the seat covers, the pillows. There are pillows that I have. I got the leather headrest, but I have a blinged out pillow under each headrest. That way, you ride in complete comfort. Plus, they're easy to wipe down. So because they're so easy to wipe down, whoop whoop, it's good. It's a lot of fun. And I love to hear everybody's reaction when they first get in. They go crazy over butterfly. It's definitely worth it. Marla says, I want a gaming chair to put in my craft station. I bought one last time, but the seat was way too small for all the junk in my trunk. Marla, so there we go. You got to get the ones. Obviously, I got, the thick set shoulders. And so my son actually got this one. So, he's a big beefy kid, 6'2", broad shoulders and things like that. But I do think that although it's comfy to sit back against, I do like the leather chairs. I get them from Walmart, and I have them as my office seat at my desk in my other room. I have two desks. I have one where I used to work, and the other one you guys would see in my videos that's next to my bed. Um, and I put that office seat in there because I used to work in there, and I wanted to, to sit comfortably and stuff. I do feel that seat is more comfortable, cushion wise. Although, like, I feel like this one is sturdier. I feel like this one holds me better, if that makes sense. I'm hoping that made sense. What about you, Lizzie? What kind of seat do you have?
I have a crappy one.
I'm about to show you. I'll be right back because she says she never seen. Ooh, I like to.
It's an old leather office chair, but it started ripping, so I have a cover on it from Amazon. And it's the seat part. Where the heck did she go? Okay, I'm live on Tia's channel by myself. So, yeah, so I use the cushion that I bought off of Crashly at the retreat for my butt. So it's not the most comfortable chair in the world. But I'm not sure why I'm live on her channel. And
Oh,
she's
I'm sorry.
gone. Why she's gone?
I'm back.
I'm by myself.
I'm back. You can't hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there she comes.
Okay. Sorry. I said
Can't
I'd be
hear her
right
though.
back. So this is for
I can't hear
um
you.
you can't hear me?
No.
Hold
Someone
on.
must have called her. That's what
Can,
happens when someone calls me.
can you hear me now?
Nobody calls me at night though.
Can you hear me now?
You're gonna have to go out and come back in. Like you're gonna have to sign out and come back. Oh, if you sign out, then it's gonna end. I don't know. I can't hear you.
Okay,
She
one
says
sec.
she can hear you.
Okay, well,
I
I'm not
hear you
sure.
fine. You hear
Okay,
me or you hear Tia?
they
I'm
said they
talking
can.
about Tia.
Well, they can hear me. I'm gonna keep going because I only have a few minutes left. I definitely wanted to show.
I
Um,
can't hear Tia.
I wanted to show Melinda. Melinda
Oh,
says
Melinda
she
says
didn't know
she
what
can
a
hear
crock
us
bag is.
both, but I can't hear Tia at
So this
all.
is a crock bag. Okay.
Maybe it's me.
Voila! It's a crock bag,
What the
and
heck?
these are the matching croc shoes.
No idea. Why is she? I can't hear her.
So don't know. Yes, I do wear them. But so it's a small bag. I have 5 bags altogether and the matching shoes to go with them. Now, because I have 5 bags altogether and the matching shoes to go with them, obviously there are days where I show up and I'm trying to match the shoe and the bag with the outfit. You guys know how I am. The color butterfly. The butterflies always have to match at least color in my outfit and things. So what I wanted was to have a wall where I display my bag with the matching shoe under it. And because I come into my craft room and I put them on, right before, I go out and things like that. Because I don't do this full time. I do it, right now, just kind of part time to get out of the 4 walls that I'm in and things. So you definitely, from time to time, probably will hear me mentioning this is what we do when we retire. We tired of working, we can't wait to quit just so we can go back to some kind of, clock punch. Thank you very much. They said we hear both of you. We can hear you both, but seems you're delayed between each other. So I simply turned the camera off. So I didn't want to give you guys too much booty and all of that while I was getting up. But I keep them right now off to the other side of my clay center. Oh my goodness. I love, love, love the shoes. You are styling, my dear. So imagine I show up, I pick you up, and we're gonna take you to the airport and stuff. We're gonna get you dropped off. I'm gonna check on you, see how you enjoyed your time here. I'm gonna ask what you did. That way, when I pick somebody up from the airport and they ask for suggestions, I'm giving them from the mouths of the people where they can go. And you see me show up, and I got on all of this extra. So I'm already I'm already, a memory. And it is not out of the ordinary for somebody to say, "Oh my God, let me take a picture with you guys. Check this out. This was our driver." You know, um, and then they always want to take pictures. So if you guys see Butterfly online, they know that that's her name and stuff. Yep, they were in it and they took pictures. I got a lot of people like, "Can I take a picture of this? This is nice. It's real nice." So I do get that a lot. And I love it because that's why I decorated her and blung her out. Obviously, she's my office and she represents me. Uh, Melinda says, like those people that display all their baseball caps. Exactly. That's exactly what I seen online when I started looking. I'm looking for shelves to put everything on, and I'm seeing all of these hat hooks and things. Mickey says, then there's nothing to do but craft. Exactly. Once everything is in order and put in its own space, that is the goal. So I don't come in here feeling like, where's this at? Oh, let me go back to my other room, and check and see where it's at. Everything will have its own space, its own place. And again, I have stations in here, crafting stations. And I love it. I love that if I want to, clay, I can play with clay. If I want to come over here and diamond paint, I can come over here and diamond paint. I can go over there. Obviously, the cross stitch area is good for crocheting as well. But it's a break. It's definitely a break. The next craft that you'll see me giving it a try, I'm trying to contain myself, but that next craft is, going back into seed beading, um, which is kind of a cross between, cross stitch, crochet, and some diamond painting, because obviously we have to make sure we're placing the beads and the colors and we're creating to a pattern and things like that. Now, the only thing is, a lot of the newer patterns have looms. I never worked on the loom. I've always seed beaded freehand. And so I'm gonna give loom a try. That's thanks to Rhonda. We always got to blame the person that enabled us. Matt, make sure you remember when you out here experiencing all these newbie, entrances and things like that, make sure you remember the person who enabled you. That way you got a finger to point and who to point it at when things go south. When they go great, you also want to make sure you give the kudos to the right person. Mickey says, I wish I had my studio back. I miss it a lot. So that's the one thing that I'm definitely starting to learn, is that I lost an appreciation for having a place, a space to create and to craft. You guys know I moved from Henderson, which is a suburb of Las Vegas, to the actual city a few years ago. And that was something that I had gave up, was my dedicated space. The unfortunate part was my prior space was smack dead in the middle of the living room. So I had promised when we moved, I wouldn't take over such a large family area, community area anymore. So I tried to keep my crafting to my room. But my desk where I worked, that was in there. And then my second desk, that ended up being, a coverall. Like everything had to be done in that same space. And so you kind of lose sight of what you want to do when you have to put this all away and every accessory that goes with it to pick up something else or to start on something new. So I don't have that anymore. I think it's bringing back, my zen and my zest for doing the craft in the first place. A place for everything and everything in its place. I love that, Mickey. I love that. That is a great way to kind of end tonight's show. um, is, a place for everything and everything in its place. That's exactly what my craft room has started to become for me. Again, I have my zeal back. As you guys can see, I'm diamond painting. I'm almost done. I haven't had a complete and something this big in quite a while. And so my goal is to continue until it's done. I don't have any plans right now on, kind of abandoning it. I thought it would be done by today, but I kind of didn't push myself either. I had a great time Saturday with my daughter. We spent the whole day together. We left out after me and Lizzie's morning laugh show, and we're gone until late that evening, 8, 9 o'clock at night. So um, Matt says, yep, no eating at our dining room table. That's only for diamond painting anymore. And that's really what had occurred with me. I had a desk that I put in a living room, and so that I positioned it so I could look up at TV. I kept myself separate from the actual love seat and the couch area. But as time went on, like my craft, it started to spew out, but I still had my area that was separate. Like everybody could still hang out on the sofa in the love seat, but when it came to, what to watch and who, we had to watch stuff that all of us were going to watch. So I was kind of taking over the community space and things like that. Now I have my own space. So the community space, my kids work opposite schedules and things like that. So somebody always has the community space to themselves. And I have somewhere to go to craft. I could be in my room if I need. I do have a desk area. Well, I still have two desk areas in there. So if I just wanted to sit and be on a computer or something, obviously that's my old desk area. And then my work area, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with that, but obviously I don't work anymore, so I'll be relinquishing that to something else. I don't know yet what though. I'll keep you guys posted for that. Melissa, I'm trying hard not to use the dining table because I had to clean all my diamond painting off for my mother-in-law's birthday dinner, and I have misplaced a canvas. Whew, I've definitely done that. I have canvases that I had started, whips as you will, and because I needed to put them up, especially for the move and things like that, now I don't know where they are. I think they might be in my tubes. I had these tubes that I got from Craftably. I'm sure we all bought those tubes in varying sizes, and it could telescope. The bigger ones could hold. I have one that I know I have 10 big giant diamond paints. Like the smallest one is an 80 by 60, and I have them in there. I have them rolled up and stuff down in there. Some of the diamonds are in there, but some of the diamonds I had to put away in my storage cubes. But I do have some where I started diamond painting, roll with the diamonds outward, and they became works in progress that I put up. And I understand what Melinda's saying. Sometimes when we put them up, we don't remember where we put them. So when I did shop my stash, when I did go back and shop for this canvas that you guys see, this one right here, and I went back in and I'm looking at my double-sided adhesive stash. That was something that I was running into with some of my old, like, oh, okay, I remember this and I remember that. So, but it was only for the double-sided adhesive. I still have to learn where I put, like, there were some, I think I did 100 or 150, I can't remember, but back in 2022, I did unbox some of my canvases. These were ones that they weren't going to become like collector's items for me. They were cute. They were initial, oh, this was cute. Oh, okay, go ahead. You can open that. Type diamond paintings and things like that. The princesses, never opened any of those. Obviously, those went on to be hits. And if you have a sealed princess, it's probably not going to be hard to sell that for between 250 and 300. And I definitely have 6 of those that have never been touched. I got those stuffed under my bed. Now I can't find the drills for them. So I bought those drawers that you can get from Walmart. Like they look woven. I bought those, and I had a ton of them. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 12 of them. So 12 of them. They got 3 drawers. 2 of them have 4 drawers. So just to show you, but not all of them are filled with the diamond painting drills. Probably 5 or 6 of them, of the 3 drawer ones, are filled with drills, but you got to have somewhere to put them. So as soon as you open a box, and that's the other reason why I wasn't so thrilled to open up boxes anymore. Soon as you open a box, then you got to have somewhere to put the diamonds, just so you can touch on the, or leave them in the box. And if you're going to just leave them in the box, why not just not open the box in the first place? So that is why you guys see that I, have a huge stash, and only probably more than half of that stash is still sealed in a box. The good ones. When you get everything organized, you'll have to give us a tour of your craft room. I cannot wait. That's definitely going to be the goal. I gave a small one a few weeks ago just to kind of give everybody an idea. So I did showcase my clay section with the drawers behind here. I did show you guys my resin area, but I want uniformity. I want, the color scheme to be matching, the cute, I want it to look right. Because that gives, it gives you a sense of accomplishment and things. But I definitely appreciate that. Obviously, it's a spare bedroom as well, so I don't want to clutter it up too much. That way, if family does come and stay, they have somewhere to stay. It's all to themselves. There is a separate restroom, shower, and tub in here so that they're not disturbed by us. There's no bathroom sharing and things like that. So I want to keep that integrity, but also, because obviously the day bed will be the bed where, they can kind of pull out a trundle, turn it into I don't know if it'll be a queen. I think it'll be a queen size. But from there, they'll feel comfortable. It's a large TV in here. I think that is a 45-inch TV. Not too big, but not too small either. Um, and yeah, give some comfort to family when they come and stay. Got somewhere to stay separate from the rest of us. Um, feeling like they are vacationing, and but not staying long enough to where my aunt, she stays as long as she wants, but not staying long enough to where, they seem displaced. uh, um, so let's see. We'll be here more often. Looking forward to it. Thank you so very much. So that is my time. We hit the 2 hour mark. I thank you guys so very much. I know, you guys have a preference for maybe shorter shows and things like that. But because I don't do unboxings, I literally just kind of get on here, show you what I'm doing, kind of interact with you guys, and get that, give you guys somewhere where you feel like you're communicating with people. I remember when I first started diamond painting, just to make this a quick goodbye. When I first started diamond painting, it was such a lonely time. Once I didn't have, if I watched something and that show went off, and I'm still sitting here diamond painting, what else am I going to do? I really enjoy kind of meeting and hanging out with people in the chat. I really started to enjoy an interactive experience where a question was asked and I felt the need to kind of rein in. I got somebody I feel like I'm talking to at that point. So that's the experience in and of itself that I try to bring, something a little bit different, because I do talk a lot. And because I talk a lot, I feel like, I would turn that into an advantage to communicate and engage with all of you. So I appreciate you guys, for coming out and joining me on this forum and enabling me to have an audience and a group of people that are like minded that I can actually communicate with. I definitely appreciate that. Up next, me and Lizzie, we do have our morning live show. We don't go live this Saturday because we went live last Saturday, but make sure that you guys, it's a good vibe and I like it. Oh, Matt, thank you. Um, we do go live every other Saturday, so not this Saturday, but next Saturday we'll be back on, laughing and giggling it up. I thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Sea Dog, for coming in, kind of letting me know what you guys were working on, talking about the rest of the challenge, and I appreciate you, Lizzie, for being such a good sport. I don't think Lizzie gonna do another double-sided adhesive for the rest of 2025. Make sure you guys give it up to her for at least accepting the challenge and giving us some fun to talk about. And from there, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you all again for coming out. Have a great rest of your hump day. See you later. Bye.